do you desire? Money and wealth? Honor and pride? Authority and power? Revenge? Or something that transcends them all? The legend spoke of a boy that went up a certain tower, not going after any of that, rather only to find out more about himself, build relationships, and chase after a certain girl. That's his story, and I'm here to bear witness to this legend. This is my Tower of God catch-up journey. What is going on, everybody, man? Finally here to talk about the Tower of Greatness. Awesome sauce, man. I really can't wait to dive right into the reactions and dive right into the awesome sauce, man. But before I get into that, I did, write a journal of sorts before I really started doing the reactions, and I wanted to share those with y'all, man, because, hey, man, some of these journal entries, after a certain point, especially season 2, they stopped being journal entries. They just started being me just blabbering, man, just rambling through my notes, and my phone is like, ah! And another one would be me just saying, yo, picture. Back to reading. I mean, it was madness, man. But regardless, we're gonna start off this prologue with season 1 up until its finale. I'm gonna go ahead and read directly from the journey. We'll also give my thoughts and my memories of that time frame. So, starting off right here, man. Day 1. This was written at 1:14 a.m. on a Tuesday, which is August 14th. And today, I believe, is the 17th that I'm recording this. So, or either the 17th or the 16th. So, yeah, man, it's been about a month since I started the awesome sauce, and dang, bro, what a journey it's been. I'm not even caught up yet. I'm not even caught up yet, man, but it's so good. So let's go ahead and start off right here. It says, hello! I've decided I want to record my thoughts on this pretty cool series I'm reading right now called Tower of God. I downloaded an app recommended to me by my friends called Webtoons, and man, it is one of the most convenient apps I've ever witnessed. That's a shoot. That is a shoot right there, man. It bookmarks where I was at last time, where I was at last time, and instead of me having to click or move to the side for the next page, I can just scroll up and down at the point of this writing/recording. I am on chapter 29. Today by far had the best bit of the series I'd witnessed yet. The game to take the crown was already fun enough as it is, starting off with Aguero, who reminds me so much of Killua having time to shine. He's been my favorite character so far. That is a fact, man. For quite some time there, even still, he's still probably in my top 3. I love my boy, man, Aguero-kun! That's my boy right there, man. To Aguero truly starting to cherish his relationship with the crocodile. I believe Rack is his name, and I didn't even know Rack's name, bro. I wasn't respecting my boy's name, dog, man. Rack's my goat. Well, Mozzie knows my goat, but still. Then suddenly, when everything was looking up for them, a mysterious team appears. That was in one of the earlier chapters, and the first time we finally could see somewhat of an interaction between Rachel and Bam. Well, hold on, I'll get to that in a sec. Dude, I kid you not, I was at work reading all these chapters as I cleaned the store this morning when the chapter ended with Bam saying Rachel up until her conversation with Aguero, but what her goal is to see the sky and stars outside, to reach the top of the tower. These last few chapters elevated the series and really got me invested in not only the story, but the characters as well. I'm enjoying Tower of God, looking forward to reading more tomorrow. I have bingo tomorrow, so definitely reading this while I call bingo, no doubt. Listen, man. This awesome sauce right here was where it really started to click. This is where the Tower of Greatness was really starting to sink in, man. The first meeting in the series between Rachel and Bam was huge for me. I always love these type of relationships in manga. Whenever you have, even though these two characters aren't rivals, these two characters that I always think back, because the best thing that I can think back to is like Naruto and Sasuke. You know, where Naruto and Sasuke, every single time that you would see them together in a panel post time skip, it was a big deal because it was such a main focus of the plot. We have this very same thing here. Well, not very exact same thing, but a similar situation here with Bam and Rachel, where I was just so excited to see them interact in present time, and I didn't think that we were going to get it that early. So when it actually happened that early, man, I was marking out like a madman. I was losing my mind. I was like, what is going on? And that actually happens a lot in this series. Stuff that I think is going to happen like years later on down the line, it happened so early on. And maybe it's because I'm accustomed to it, because I read so many long series that have their payoff like way later, like One Piece, like Detective Conan, and again Tama, and these series that, you know, their long-term storytelling really is long-term, where there's like these little bits and pieces, but you know, you continue to see these little bits and pieces for quite some time. Whereas in TOG, man, it feels like stuff just happens so quick. You know what I'm saying? And it's nice. It's a nice change of pace. But regardless, that's how I felt whenever I read that portion of the story right there. The first, I don't know, what was it? What did I say? 29 chapters? So the first 29 chapters. So here we go, man. Day number 2. All right. Now this is written right here at 1:18 a.m. on Wednesday, August 15th. So around like the same time frame the following day. This is right here. I managed to get some reading done today, not as much as I initially intended due to the JoJo marathon that was happening on Twitch today. Yo, that JoJo marathon was sick, man, on Twitch. I ended up watching that during bingo instead of reading more TOG. Though from what I did read, the main highlight that I remember are Aguero's genius, and that was pointed out in the meeting between the green chick and the other chick, I believe is the actual daughter of Jihad, which I believe was the, I believe it was the meeting between Endorsi and... flipping forgetting her name right now. The other one, man. Big Blagnards. Whatever, man. Whereas through the green chick's flashback, we find out that she is the daughter of Jihad. And what's fascinating about this entire thing is that the children of Jihad are not allowed to have children, and yet she did, and that entire situation just really stuck out to me. Looking forward to reading more tomorrow. Chapter endpoint, chapter 45. And yeah, around that point, I do remember where the whole situation from what I read beforehand really had me invested to the point where I said, I'm gonna keep reading. I want to read a certain amount of chapters every single day. And then we get to the next day, bro. And this is when I started losing my mind, man. This is when I started losing my mind, bro. this entire section of greatness, bro. Yeah. I'm writing this on August 16th at 1:28 p.m. I had to break my cycle of writing at nighttime to comment on this. It was getting super intense between the two sisters and the royal assassin Ren. But then Yuri, mother flipping Jihad, just came up in the like swimwear and everyone was shook. She's their older sister. I had been wondering how it was that she got the Black March. She had to have been a member of the family as well, and it was a shoot. I'm about to read chapter 69, let's go. Chapter 70 was even better! Red was also Hisoka stuff, but Yuri with the this is a self-defense flick. Not only that, but when she activated her King's Hawk and everyone was shooketh. I felt it through my screen. And then you have Kuroko's brother from Kuroko no Basket playing TOG on his Nintendo Switch, and his teammates have arrived. What is going on, man? I'm telling you, bro, I was losing my mind, man. I was losing my mind. I was like, what in the flying flaggness am I witnessing here, bro? Like, what is going on? And this is going so good right now, I can't stop. She said that when Bam becomes a ranker, you must go up to the 77th floor and meet the one person that they brought up earlier in the story is Brilliant Sailor Goat. And we know who that ends up being, man. My goat. Yurik mother flipping Mozzie, though. And then we're in the ever-loving Flagnars. That was the end of 73? Or was the end of 73? There's gonna be more to this. Bam gave it his all to stop that bull. And I appreciate she's faking her leg injury and she just pushes him off. Dude, I was pissed, man. I was like, what in the flying Blagnards? And then, listen, no, this entire portion right here, bro, is what made me a fan forever. I'm gonna be honest, yo. This is what made me a fan of TOG forever. I was like, Bam is dead? No, bro, you got the game messed up, man. You got the game all kinds of messed up. He's definitely alive, but what is going on with Rachel? I don't believe she's just doing this for nothing. There's gonna be something else to all this. I'm gonna stop right there right quick. I continue to say this as the journals go on, but as of where I was thinking at this point in time, you know, Rachel to me is such a fascinating character that even when this happened, it's not like I had this insane amount of rage toward her. I just had so many questions. I was like, why? Why? How? Who? And where does this all lead? You know, like, I wanted those questions answered. I wanted to know why it is that she was doing this. Who was the one that was telling her to do this? Where in the flying Blagnards is the story going to go from here on out? Because I was like, Bam! Where's Bam? I mean, my boy can't be dead. There's no way in the flying platters. And I was really thinking about it, because I was like, man, I'm about to head into season 2, right? Because whenever season 2 started, I was like, good God Almighty, don't even tell me that we're about to follow the story from Rachel's perspective, bro. Because I was like, yo, this series is real deal. About to pull some crazy stuff, man. Where Bam dies, and we follow the rest of the series through Rachel's eyes, man. I mean, I was losing it, bro. I was like, there's no way. There's no way. But I ain't gonna lie, that would have been GOAT. But what we ended up getting in time skip was GOAT anyway. But still, Rachel, an extremely fascinating character that at the time, and I mean, I still feel about this to this very day. Her character is something that if I were in the author's position, I would love to write a character like Rachel, man. I mean, I arguably have never seen a character like her in another manga before, or in just another series period. And at the time, that was just, you know, instead of being enraged toward her for doing what she did to Bam, I was just questioning why. And it started the beginnings of my love for the way that Rachel's character is written. But regardless, continuing on right here, it was there's something to this all. Gah! And in the end of the chapter, the red-haired chick came up in like swimwear right in the middle of the night and says, "Congratulations on becoming the heroine of this story." Dude, I'm telling you, man. I was sold. I was sold for the rest of eternity, bro. I was sold for the rest of eternity that TOG was greatness. What even are these last few chapters, man? God, bro. I mean, what a line. What a line to end off such an insane bit of chapters. Like, congratulations on becoming the heroine of this story. So many questions, so many mysteries, so many things happening in play where you have no idea what is going on, bro. But it's just like everything's starting to slowly but surely make sense. And it's all being revealed before you, man. And you're like, God. And then right here. Chapter 76 and 77 were incredible. Seeing everything from the beginning of the story, the fact that she wasn't the one who was chosen and he was. I love that, man. Because that by itself explained so much. I immediately grasped it. I immediately was like, okay. That makes sense, man. She's trying to accomplish and chase her dream to go up the tower and go see the stars, but she's afraid of dying before it happens. Meanwhile, Bam, who's doing this all for her, is getting through it all. She even starts making excuses like he had help and whatnot, and the shady dude from the beginning told her that she would make him the heroine of the story. Once again, having that line being used once more. Everything just made so much sense from then on out, and we even got the why for why she wants to go and see the stars is because she's afraid of the night, which is Bam in Korean, dude. I was marking out, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I was marking out. Now the red-haired guy is going to meet up with Bam, who lost his star. Can't wait to see how this all unfolds, man. And I was like, what in the world, bro? Like, God. I love these two chapters because, you know, it finally gave me an insight into why, and it answered so many of those questions that I had for Rachel, yo. And it reminded me of whenever I really fell in love with Griffith's character, because it's not like I like his character in itself. I just like what Mira is trying to do and trying to portray through Griffith's character. And I had a very similar situation here with Rachel's character, that I just love the way that after we get everything, after finally seeing them, you know, together, and after Bam finally being in front of her and is about to do everything in his way to save her here, man, she pushes him off. We're like, what? At least me. I'm like, what in the flying flagnards? And then we get the backstory to everything. And in the midst of that backstory, we see why it is that she wants to see the stars so much. Why it is she wants to see the sky. Why it is that she wants to accomplish her dream. And she's willing to risk it all and sacrifice everything for it. And it just makes you look back and really think back, at least for me, you know, as a person who, you know, for at least, you know, I can only speak for myself, yo. When it comes to the concept of dreams, and of wanting to go out and fight for your dreams and really, you know, go after them, there are a lot of individuals out there that say, you know, sacrifice everything for your dreams, it's all about the hustle and whatnot. And for quite some time, and I'm not going to lie, I did have the mentality. And a part of the reason why I love what Mira did with Griffith is because it changed my entire perspective on what it means to truly chase your dreams. Because once I saw what happened to Griffith, I was able to truthfully, change the way that I thought about dreams as a concept. Like, wanting to chase after my dreams. Instead, I went back to thinking of the One Piece route of chasing one's dream. But regardless, I love this so much because I can understand where Rachel is coming from, man. I really, really can. Not knowing much about the world and really clinging on to that one thing that is keeping you alive, or that is making you want to wake up every single day and accomplish that one thing that makes you feel alive, that one desire that you have. Like, even though you don't have desire for any of these other things, that one thing that drives you, motivates you, man. You want it with everything in every fiber of your being, dog, and you're willing to sacrifice everything for it. I really understood where Rachel's coming from, man, because I was naive as well. And I could relate to her so much. And I just love that entire last 2 chapters of the story, man. The explanation of everything, of how Rachel, how she was not chosen. Instead, it was Bam that was the one that was chosen. And it was just crazy to me. I was like, what in the wow. And seeing everything through her eyes that we had been seeing up until this point. And everything just made so much sense, man. And then that line, bro, whenever, like, the reason why she wants to go out and see the stars is because she's afraid of the night, which is Bam in Korean, bro. I was like, God almighty, man. The person writing this story, I have so much respect for them, man. I believe his name is Siu, S-I-U. So much respect for this individual, because it takes a long time, or at least a lot of time, a lot of patience, to unfold a plot like this. Because I can understand, this man must have been mad excited to share all of this, but he continued to build it up and build it up and build it up, and had it all come crashing down in a couple of chapters. When around like 15 chapters, all this just started going down. And it was so good, man. So good, bro. But I really, really love that portion of the story. And like I said, it really is what made me decide to follow this series up until the end, which I will. I will follow this series to the end, because I want to see how the story ends, man. And God, so much greatness, man. So much greatness. It's incredible, yo. So, right here, we have final thoughts on season 1. Good Lord Almighty, what a finale to season 1. A spectacular season finale indeed. So many twists and turns. The only reason I was able to read so many chapters is because I've been sick and in bed all day. But man, this series has been the medicine I needed. That is facts, yo. That is facts. I was really, really sick that day. I think I took that day off from work to go into an appointment. And then after that appointment, I mean, they had the game messed up, coach, man. I got smoked. I got this destroyed, man. These last couple of chapters have been absolutely insane. This is what I love about reading stories. That feeling when you're completely immersed, can't wait to read more. It's the best feeling in the world. I started reading the series, and I really can't wait to find out what happens onwards to season 2. So, right there, man, wraps, pretty much, I completely forgot that I even wrote that, but, that's pretty much how I felt, yo. It's pretty much how I felt. That truly is what I love about reading stories. The feeling of immersion. The feeling of you are here in this world, but you are completely 100% in the world that you are reading, man. Completely 100% intellect swimwear, and everything that's going down is affecting you, bro. The characters, what's happening, the emotional moments, the intensity. You're feeling it because you're in there, you're focused. Nothing else in the world matters. Time is flying by, but you don't care because you're invested in something that is truly incredible to happen before your eyes, man. And that was such a phenomenal last couple of portions of the story, man. So good. So good, bro. And I really, really, one of these days I want to make a video on why I love the arc right before and right after a time skip in almost every single anime and manga I've ever read. Because even the worst of time skips that are handled, I love it. There's just something about the way that, especially in Japan, how they handle, or I should say not even Japan, like just in stories in general, how certain time skips are handled. That just makes me love them so much. They usually end up being my favorite portions of a story. And this one right here in particular, in TOG, reminded me of the experience of getting from Marineford to post-Marineford, and then having that wait for Return to Sabaody, and having Return to Sabaody. And that is truly, I mean, for me to compare this to that, and you guys know how I feel about One Piece, yo. Like that's my baby, that's my one, that's my GOAT. And that's truly the only thing I can compare it to, man. And when it comes to how this author, how Siu, I hope I'm saying that correctly, decided to handle this portion of the story. Decided to handle the portion of the story where he knows he's heading right into a time skip and is going to press the reset button and go years into the future. But before he does so, he's got this to tell. And I always feel like that is really what... Because, you know, one of these days, like I said, I'm going to make a video on it and why I love time skips in manga so much. But for a long time, and still to this day, my favorite lead into a time skip and then our first arc after a time skip is post-Marineford / Return to Sabaody One Piece. But this right here really, really was a memorable one, man. And I wish more stories would take a route like this, where they would have such an intense and incredible, you know, lead into the end of the like pre-time skip, or season 1 in this instance. Season 1 have an insane finale and really, really make you want to read season. Because I feel like with a lot of season finales that I end up watching, they wait until after the credits to give you that massive cliffhanger. Whereas in TOG, the entire thing is a cliffhanger. And I'm like, yes, this is what I need. This is the type of stuff I love writing, man. This is the type of stuff I love reading. And I was like, yes, man, another series like One Piece, that it's not just the cliffhanger post-credit scene like they do in The Flash and The Arrow and Breaking Bad and Game of Thrones and all these series. All these series, dog, I swear it's always the same thing. You know, season finale, everything wraps up, and there's the post-credits scene or the scene right before the credits. That's a big cliffhanger. No! TOG said to the flag nerds with that, man. We're taking the One Piece route, and we're giving you this entire arc dedicated to what you should be looking forward to post-time skip or in season 2. And then the final, like, 3 chapters leading into it, the final page leading into it, it's just like, let's go, man. Let's go. I'm ready for the adventure, dog. I'm ready for season 2. And I love, like I said, man, in any series. My favorite example of it is in One Piece, but even like in Naruto and Bleach, and I'm trying to think of some other series that had really nice time skips. Toriko's, Toriko, bro, going into the time skip, that was legendary, man. Great stuff, Gintama, dog. Woo! I love that stuff in manga, man. Or just in stories in general, bro. And God almighty, dog. I just really, really like the way the TOG handled it. And when a series can handle a season finale like that, and the best thing that I can compare it to is my beloved One Piece, man. It's a series that I'll be following for a long time, yo. And this sold me for a long time. It sold me forever, dog. It really did. After season 1, I was like, man, I can't. Like, even if season 2 ends up being a disappointment, at this point in time, season 1 already solidified it as a fantastic series for me in my heart, man. But next time, when y'all see the following prologue episode for the season 2, it is not going to be well written like this. There's going to be a lot of rambling. There's going to be a lot of... Oh, there's already a lot of rambling here. But there's going to be a lot of, like... there's going to be a lot of spam. A lot of, like, one word, like... and then just heading back. I'm telling you. So I'm gonna give you a little bit of a preview of, this is just the beginning of season 2. This is just the beginning. This is the first. This is the beginning of season 2. Just look at this preview right here, yo. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Kun Machete Jihad, like Aguero. Look at that face. Look at that face, bro. That is the face of a man who is shooketh. That is the face of a man who is sick, who is in bed and they cannot move. And yet he is enjoying the awesome sauce of the Tower of Gold greatness, bro. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, bro, the greatness was a medicine. It may not look like it right there, but the greatness truly was a medicine, man. But anyways, guys, I hope you all have an awesome sauce of a day. I'll be back very, very soon with part 2 of the prologue, heading more into the beginning of the season 2, with probably going to be touching a workshop as well. So we're going to be covering all of that in the next episode of the prologue. But yeah, man, let me know if you like this format, and if you would like for me to do this the same way for the next and following installment of the prologue for the TOG greatness. And if you would like for me to make that video, man, about the time skips thing, man, I would not mind. I mean, I've said it countless times before, but I'll say it again, yo. Like, those are my favorite things in manga, man. Like, time skips and rescue arcs. Always get to me for some reason, but they just do, bro. They just do. I really love the getting the band back together arcs, and if I will get to that whenever season 2 comes around for the TOG greatness, man. Yo, when we get to talk about the workshop, baby, I'm hype, bro. I'm hype. But anyways, this was my thoughts. This was my journal entries for the TOG Season 1 greatness and the awesome sauce that was the spectacular finale heading right into Season 2. So we'll see you all next time, man. Have an awesome sauce of a day. Tower of greatness, man. Listen, bro, as we continue on, man, you will see my opinions change on certain characters and where everything is up until where we currently are with the reactions, man. Because there's a lot of characters, man, that I truly do really like right now, and there's a lot of great moments. So I will see y'all next time, man. Have an awesome day. TOG awesome sauce.